Welcome back to the Filthy Black Table! And you know it's filthy because, like, what is that? Who knows? Today, I'm feeling a little nostalgic. Nostalgic for a handheld that is probably not only one of my favorite handhelds, but might be one of my favorite consoles of all time. That's right, I'm talking about the Nintendo 3DS. The 3DS came out when I was, I think I was, I'm trying to think of what grade I was in. I think I was in 11th grade when it came out. It sounds right, 2011, something like that. And so I was, you know, I think I was roughly 16, 17, somewhere around there. I think I was 17. And I'm about to turn 30. And, you know, I still play 3DS. I still love 3DS. And last year, the eShop closed on the 3DS. And just recently, the servers went down. Of course, Pretendo is here to save us. Not all games work yet, but I have been messing with Pretendo a little bit. I've been playing it all on my Wii U and stuff, which that's, man, the Wii U something I could talk about at some point too. But the 3DS was a thing that I got brand new when it came out. And throughout its life, I've had very different feelings about the console. But in the end, right now, as it stands, I appreciate it, and it's probably one of my favorite consoles. This is my original 3DS. I have a Ocarina of Time 3D thing on here, thanks to my buddy IGotKings. Thanks, Brian. I don't know how easy it is for me to take this thing off, so you can see. But I got this 3DS in 2011. And, yeah, it is my... I don't want to take this case off. It is my original 3DS. I doubt it's charged. Even if it is charged, I don't have anything on here right now. Because where this is my original 3DS, this thing has taken some wear and tear. I used to carry this thing in my pocket. To go to school, I would gather up the, you know, like you get like the coins for walking. I would get those and play games. These triggers have seen better days. I'm pretty sure one of them doesn't even work that well, and that is all because of Monster Hunter. I'll tell you that much. And also, the rubber part for the circle pad came off, and also look at the D-pad. Look at the poor state of this D-pad. It's rough. It's in rough shape. I don't really play this anymore. It is playable if I ever wanted to. I mean, this works fine without the rubber piece. But I just keep it, in this case, preserved for all time because it means a lot to me. I loved playing this 3DS and I sunk so much time into it. Eventually, though, my friend Teddy of Majora did give me a 2DS, a blue 2DS that I used for a while. I don't have it anymore. Sorry, Teddy. I told him when I sold it, but I actually sold it because eventually I upgraded to this guy. The last model they did, the new 2DS XL thing. And we're going to take a look at what's on here because, you know, the eShop's gone. While Pretendo is a thing and you can play games online, you can't buy any more digital games. So that means the digital games I have on here, that's what I have for the end of time. And, you know, and you know, unless I like jailbreak it and install stuff, but I don't really plan on doing that. I just like having this as my 3DS. And, you know, I could talk about physical games at some point. The 3DS had a wonderful library of games, and I have quite a bit of physical 3DS games. But today I just wanted to focus on what is on my 3DS, or in this case 2DS XL thing. But the video is called "What's on My 3DS." So we're gonna take a look at the digital library, where it's at, and what is going to remain for the end of time. So here we go. Wait for it to start. There it is. I do have I'll turn the sound off in a second, but I do have a Shovel Knight theme. I really like this thing. It's based on like the dream sequences in the first Shovel Knight game. It's really fucking cool. But I will turn the sound off. I also have some other themes. I have like a Monster Hunter 4 theme and some Sonic themes and a Game Gear one. So yeah, you know, basic layout. I do have folders, and we'll go through each folder here. I am playing Monster Hunter 3. That's what's in here right now. And I talked about that on Hey Geeks and Gamers with Spencer. Playing a lot of Monster Hunter 3. Me, you can't, you gotta have the me channel. Eshop's useless now, other than settings. But let's get into the folders. So the first folder is my retail games. So let's see what retail, in retail games I mean games that you could buy in box, like Adventure Time, Hey Ass King, Why'd You Steal Our Garbage? That's what I mean by retail games. So open it up, and the first one we have is Shin Megami Tensei 4. I did a RPG archive with Teddy for this game, and my god, I fucking love this game. It's the 3DS game I've probably put the most time into, and I'm not done playing it. I beat it, but I'm playing it again, and I really like this game. This game got me into SMT, and it's one of my favorite RPGs. Fantastic. I'm so happy I bought it digital. It'll just live here. And then I also have SMT Apocalypse, SMT4 Apocalypse. Haven't put as much time into this one. It is good. And I do want to play some more of it. I haven't felt the urge to dump more time into an RPG yet. So whenever that time comes, this game is waiting for me. I also have SMT Soul Hackers, or Devil Summoner Soul Hackers. Haven't played any of this game yet. I just bought it because it's one of the games that is 3DS only that I wanted to have. So at some point, And then also I have Etrian Odyssey Nexus. Never played any of these games, but I hear Teddy and Spencer talk about them all the time, and it was on sale, so I had to scoop that up. We got some Sonic Generations. Not crazy about this version of Sonic Generations. I'll be honest. It's not great. It's got some problems, but it's serviceable. It's got some fun 2D action, I guess. But I'm kind of happy I never bought this one at full price at retail. But then Sonic Lost World. This one is pretty good. All things considered. I mean, it is Sonic Lost World. I played Sonic Lost World on Wii U when it first came out. Never played this one outside of a demo on 3DS. But it's impressive. They were able to basically translate the Wii U game to a 3DS game. There are different level designs, but it's still a 3D Sonic game on the 3DS. So that's pretty sick. Mario Kart 7. I'm pretty sure I bought this on sale at some point. Not my favorite Mario Kart, but it is good. It is a good game. I like to turn it on and play a few rounds every now and again, but never one that I got that into. I didn't play this one as much as I played like Mario Kart DS. Man, I played the hell out of Mario Kart DS. NES Ultimate NES Remix, fantastic game. Oh my god, I love this game. The idea of taking NES games and making new challenges out of them, it's so good. It's so great for handheld play, because you can easily turn this on and play a few of these challenges and you're good to go. You're all set. We have the Mega Man Legacy Collection. I own this thing like 4 times. It's always great to have this on something. So having the Legacy Collection here is great. The 6 Mega Man games are wonderful. Sega 3D Classics Collection. What a great... Okay, so just for context, I bought this on the when I was still using this red 3DS. Because now it's still a great collection of like Sega games, but the fact that they're in 3D doesn't matter for me anymore, because this is a 2DS. So kind of loses some of the appeal of the package, but it's still a good package of games. We have Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy and Dual Destinies. I bought both these on sale. Haven't played them yet, but I wanted to have some Ace Attorney stuff on my 3DS. I felt like a criminal if I didn't have at least a couple of these games on here to play at some point. And, again, Capcom was running a huge sale near the end of the eShop's life. Street Fighter 4, this one's interesting. Super Street Fighter 4 3D Edition. I own it digital here. I bought this digital version when the eShop was closing, but, and this is a big but, this was my first 3DS game. This game and Pac-Man and Galaga Dimensions, which I still have the cartridge for that one, were my first 2 3DS games I got with the console. Now, I did eventually sell my physical copy of this, mainly because I didn't see myself wanting to play much of it anymore. This was like, I'm trying to think, like 2017 or something. Or 2016, somewhere around there, I sold it. And when the eShop was closing and this was on sale for like $3, I was feeling nostalgic. And I was like, you know what? I want to have it because it was an early 3DS game that I played a lot of. And so I re-downloaded it. Same thing with this one, Monster Hunter Generations. I love Monster Hunter. I fucking love Monster Hunter. That's what I used my 3DS for. That's why this thing is so beat up. Because I absolutely adore Monster Hunter. And I used to have a physical copy of Generations. And then I have the Switch version of Generations now, whatever that one's called. I think it's Ultimate or something. So I sold my 3DS copy, and it was the same thing as Street Fighter 4. It was on sale for dirt cheap, and I was like, it'll be nice just to have it digital, you know, if I want to pop it out and play it. Shinron Kagura Burst, the first Shinron Kagura game. This was eShop only, but it is a full game, and I wanted to own this one. Didn't get the second game, Deep Crimson, and I kind of regret not buying it when the eShop was open, because I know Limited Run did a re-release of it, but man, that game is going to be pricey if I ever want to buy a copy of Deep Crimson. And then we have Cold Step Revolt. I don't know. I bought this on sale one day, and it's fine. It's fun, but like, it's just kind of here. It's like a weird board game RPG game, and you know, I respect it, but I don't know if it's really my jam. So that's all the retail games. Let's go to let's go to the eShop games. So the games that were for the Nintendo eShop. What do I have? My first eShop game was 3D Classics Kirby's Adventure. Fantastic. Love this game. And I mean, it's Kirby's Adventure. This is probably the best version of Kirby's Adventure. Again, it's in 3D. Can't really utilize that anymore, but still cool to have. Team Kirby Clash Deluxe. I don't really know if there's much value of playing this anymore. There's actually a Switch version that's much better, but I didn't want to delete it just because I played a lot of this game. I played a lot of this dumb free-to-play Kirby RPG game, so felt like I had to keep it on my console, even just to memorialize its existence. We have Shovel Knight Treasure Trove. Oh my god, what a game. I mean, that's what my background is. Oh my god, I love Shovel Knight. And again, I own this on multiple things, but having it here on the 3DS is fucking amazing. I can pop this thing in my pocket, pop it out, play some Shovel Knight. Fantastic. SteamWorld Dig. Classic. I love the SteamWorld series. Very excited for Heist 2 whenever that's coming out soon. And SteamWorld Dig is also a game that I can pop out and play at any time. We have Mighty Switch Force and Mighty Switch Force 2, 2 games by WayForward that are actually really fucking good. These were early 3DS purchases for me, and they really utilized the 3D feature. So playing them now on the 2DS may be pointless, but they're still good platformers. Gunman Clive and Gunman Clive 2, really cool Mega Man inspired platformers. Really cheap when they came out, and they're really cool. ATV Wild Rush 3D by Renegade Kid as a really competent ATV racing game for the eShop. It's really feature-full and very fun. I put a lot of time into this game whenever I bought it. I haven't played it much since, but I remember really liking it. This was one of my first eShop games as well. 3D Classic Xevious. I got this for free from Club Nintendo. And yeah, again, just like Kirby's Adventure, can't really use the 3D anymore, but it's still a cool version of Xevious. Flipnote Studios 3D, one of my most disappointing things on the 3DS. Man, well, how did they fuck this up? Flipnote was such a cool application on DSi. I used it all the time. I didn't make a whole lot. I would toy around with it, but I just love seeing what other people would create. And they fucked up the transition into 3D. I forget what the story was exactly, but I know like they launched it in Japan and it was more popular than they expected. I don't know why they didn't expect it to be popular when the first one was popular. And then this didn't get a release over here until crazy late into the 3DS life. And I only got it through Club Nintendo. So I have it, I can doodle and stuff, and it's fine, but man, lost potential. I loved Flipnote Studios on DSi, and I would have loved to have that community and fun over on 3DS, but they botched it. Colors 3D, it's a drawing app. I don't know, I felt like I needed one of these to doodle. Liberation Maiden, Suda51 worked on this game. Spaceship game, uses the touchscreen, very cool. You play as the president, and she's hot. She got a nice butt. So if you enjoy spaceship mech games and weird Japanese stuff, this game is really cool. Pokemon Picross, Pokemon Shuffle, and Pokemon Rumble World. These were free-to-play games that I just kind of downloaded and have. I played a little bit of them, but I just kind of wanted to have them on my console because of the service closing. Same thing with Stretchmo here. Stretchmo was also free to play. And same thing. I just kind of wanted to have it on here because, you know, why not? Super Hang-On 3D, part of the Sega 3D Classics. I love Super Hang-On. Again, the 3D feature is worthless now because I have a 2DS, but yeah, I mean, it's still a good version of Hang-On. Monster Shooter! I bought this one day. It's really kind of a shovelware game, but it's not bad. It's like an isometric twin-stick game, and you shoot monsters, or like little aliens and stuff, and it's fine. It's a good time waster, but you know, I'm pretty sure I bought this on sale for like dirt cheap back in the day, and you know, like I said, I played it for a little bit. Guru Min 3D. This is actually a port of a PSP game that I really like, and when I saw there was a version on 3DS, I had to pick it up. Very cool, like 3D Zelda-ish game. Kind of neat. And if you haven't played Guru Min, it is a hidden gem among the PSP library, and sadly, if you didn't get it on 3DS, it was only digital on 3DS, but you can play it physical on PSP. Ironfall Invasion. This was free to play, but you had to buy the campaign, and I have it here. Oops, I didn't even do that. And it is totally like a Gears of War style game on 3DS. Very novel for the console. So I felt like I really wanted to keep this on here. And then we have some garbage. Over on the Button Mappers, we did a eShop month, so I had to buy some garbage for an episode. And man, I splurged. Here's some garbage. This was Galaxy Blaster. I talked about it on the Dark Side of the eShop Button Mapper episode. Really bad game. Kid Trip, Spencer had me buy this one. And you know, it's a harmless little endless runner, but I wouldn't say it's like good. Oda-san. Looks like Earthbound, doesn't it? That's why I bought it. It looked like Earthbound, and it was like a newer game last year, 2023. So I had to buy it, and it's garbage. Fragrant Story. I bought this for the name alone. I haven't played it. Same thing with Adventure Labyrinth Story. Any of these games, the Switch does this too. Any game that just ends, it's like something story. 85% of the time, it's just fucking garbage. So, haven't played these yet. So I can't really speak on them, but like, they're probably not good. All right, let's go to Game Boy. Game Boy was huge for me whenever I first got the original 3DS, because a lot of these games hadn't been re-released in a long time. So let's jump in and see what we got. First up, we have Kirby's Dream Land. It's a fucking classic. You have to have Kirby's Dream Land, along with Dreamland 2, Pinball Land, Block Ball, and Star Stacker. The whole Kirby Game Boy lineup here. Fantastic. I love Kirby, and these were necessary games. Same thing with this one. This is actually my first game I bought on the Virtual Console was Super Mario Land 2, the 6 Golden Coins. I fucking loved this game as a kid, and I love it now, and I'm so happy to have it preserved here. Wario Land. I love this game too. We did a map out. The other guys weren't as enthused as me, but I like this game. It's good. It's a goofy little platformer. Donkey Kong, a great version of Donkey Kong, probably the definitive version of Donkey Kong, because it's more than just a port of the arcade game. It's like a full-on adventure. It actually led into those Mario versus Donkey Kong games. Fantastic game. Donkey Kong Land. I had this one as a kid as well, and so I didn't buy Land 2 or 3 because I wasn't as familiar with those, but Land 1 I played a lot of as a kid. And it's great being able to play it on a screen where I can actually see. Because playing it on a Game Boy Color screen back in the day was not good. Metroid 2, huge Metroid fan, so I really wanted to own a version of Metroid 2. Of course, now you can actually play I have the Samus Returns remake on 3DS, but for a time, this was the only way I had to play Metroid 2, so cool. Game Boy Color, we have Zelda Link's Awakening, Zelda Oracle of Ages, and Oracle of Seasons. Fantastic Game Boy Color Zelda games here. I love 2D Zelda, so these were necessary purchases. Shantae, WayForward's magnum opus, or not really magnum opus, but like they're like series, Shantae. That's where it started, and for a while this was the best way to play it, because that cartridge is expensive and there was no other ports at the time, so yeah, great. Mario Golf, Teddy, eat your heart out. Here it is. I think I got this through Club Nintendo, but man, is it a fun version of Mario Golf. Really good for a Game Boy game. Pokemon trading card game. Very cool version of the trading card game. Kind of like an RPG version. I like this game a lot. And of course, I had to have Pokemon Yellow and Pokemon Crystal for Gen 1 and Gen 2. Had to have these on here. These are great time sinks, so every once in a while I'll get in the mood to play these games. So love having the original 2 Pokemon games on here. Game Gear. This was huge for me. Game Gear games? You're kidding me? That's my fucking childhood right there. So for a time, I probably had more Game Gear games than I did Game Boy games on here. And let's see what I had. Sonic. Of course, you gotta have Sonic. Or is it Sonic 2? Yeah. Brian, IGotKings, loves the story of me. Whenever I was a kid, my mom worked at a retail store that sold clothing, and I used to sit back in the break room because I didn't have daycare at the time, and I used to play my Game Gear. And one of the games I had was Sonic 2, and the game's so fucking hard that I couldn't make it very far, but I would just watch the demo attract screen and see levels that I could never make it to. And for some reason, Brian loves that story, because it's just sad kid me looking at Sonic 2 stages that I'll never make it to. Triple Trouble, really good 2D Sonic game. It's weird Chaos wasn't released on the eShop, the one that came before Triple Trouble. Because the other Sonic games are, like, here's Tails Adventure. This is a really good game. Tails Adventure is a really great platformer. Kind of like a Metroidvania-ish game. Sonic Drift 2, cool kart racer for Game Gear. And Sonic Blast, this game sucks. So why wasn't Chaos released for the eShop? Very strange choice to release Sonic Blast, but not Sonic Chaos. Defenders of Oasis, really cool RPG. Dragon Crystal, part of the Fatal Labyrinth series, very cool game. Vampire Master of Darkness is basically Castlevania. It's very Castlevania-like. Good game though. Shinobi, oh man, this game's fucking awesome. Hard as hell, but I love Shinobi, so the GG Shinobi is really good. Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine, great puzzle game, great to have it here on the go. So, and Shining Force, the Sword of Hyjia, I guess I don't know how you say that. Fantastic game. Shining Force is awesome. If you haven't played, there's actually another Game Gear game as well, but the Shining Force games translate really well to Game Gear. All right, let's move on to DSi. These games I had on the Nintendo DSi back in the day, and then I transferred them over to my 3DS. We have Aquai. I think it's Aqua. I don't know how you say it. This is part of the Art Style series, a fun little puzzle game from Nintendo. Very atmospheric. There's a whole Art Style series, but this is the only one I ever picked up. A Topsy-Turvy Life. The Turvies Strike Back. Tecmo. I don't know. It was a novel game where there's like a ship down here and a ship up here, and then two players face each other. And then one player uses like one set of buttons on one side, and the other person. It was like a two-player game. It was pretty neat. I played it with some kids back in the day, like during lunchtime at school on my DSi. But like, it was fine. Game & Watch Donkey Kong Jr. They sold Game & Watch games on DSi, and I don't know. I bought one of them. I like Game & Watch games, damn it. So DK Jr. is a good choice, I guess. Undead Storm Go series. Yeah, this game sucks. It's like a zombie game. I don't know, I mean, it's fine, but like, probably wouldn't play that much of it again. Photo Dojo, game by Nintendo where you take photos of you and your friends and you have like a fighting game. Cool idea for the DSi because the DSi had a camera. So I used to mess around with this with my friends for hours, just making stupid shit, you know, making dumb characters. You know, you can make like super dumb like voice clips and poses and stuff, and it was really fun to do that. Metal Torrent, a really cool spaceship shooter, shoot 'em up bullet hell game from Nintendo. I really like this game, and it's sad that it's only on DSi. Mario vs. Donkey Kong Minis March Again. I like these games. I had the other ones on DS as well, and so yeah, it was nice to have a Lemming style game on the DSi download service. Four Swords Adventure Anniversary. Zelda Four Swords Anniversary Edition. This isn't Adventure. This is the Game Boy one. Great. They actually gave this away for free for I think for the 15th or 20th anniversary of Zelda. I forget which one it was. And yeah. Fantastic. If you know other people that have it on here, you could play co-op, and very cool. Very cool. Earthworm Jim. Yeah, I bought this on DSi, and it's a good version of Earthworm Jim. I remember telling my friend that I bought Earthworm Jim, and he didn't think I meant Jim like J-I-M. He thought I meant Jim like G-Y-M. So he was thinking of earthworms lifting weights. So whenever I see this game on my 3DS, I always think of that. And SteamWorld Tower Defense. Yes, this is the first SteamWorld game, and it's never been re-released. So I'm glad I have it, because it's never been re-released. So if you're into SteamWorld and you play all the games that are on Switch or Steam or whatever, guess what? You haven't played all of them, because there's Tower Defense. Alright, we're almost done. We have 2 more folders of games. Let's go this one. These are the smallest folders. This is NES, and we have Zelda 2, which I was playing, that's why it was highlighted, Mario Bros, Wrecking Crew, Punch-Out, Mock Rider, and Mega Man 6. Punch-Out and Mega Man 6 were the 2 that I bought back in the day, and then the other ones I bought recently before the eShop closed, and I don't know. They were just games I thought that would be fun to have handheld versions of. Mega Man 6 is redundant now because I have that Legacy Collection. But back in the day I didn't have, you know, it was before that collection came out, so yeah, it's nice to have these NES games here to just pop out and play at any point. And then we have Super Nintendo. I couldn't buy Super Nintendo games until I got this 2DS XL, because they only worked on the new 3DS and 2DS models, because you're telling me Super Nintendo games couldn't play on this fucking thing? Yeah, right, Nintendo. But yeah, whatever. So I only bought 3 games. Earthbound. I thought it'd be cool to have Earthbound handheld, so I bought that. Same thing with Link to the Past. I basically wanted to just own all these Zelda games that were available on the eShop. And The Legend of the Mystical Ninja. This one was more just, I haven't played this game, so I just thought it'd be cool to have it. So those are my 3 Super Nintendo games. Sad I didn't get to dive into the Super Nintendo games more on the 3DS, but you know what? It's fine. It's fine. And then we have some applications if you want to see those. There's not much in here. You know, camera and photo stuff, warnings, whatever. The face, no, that's the Me Plaza. Face Raiders, which came with it. Look at Teenage Me. Yeah. I was enjoying. That one's sad back there. He's horrified. I was enjoying the 3DS when it came out. Look at me. An activity log, you know, AR thing. If you ever mess with that, download, play, did transfer video, and then the one that isn't normally on the 3DS is the Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate Data Transfer, which I've been using to transfer my data between my 3DS and Wii U to play Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate on both consoles. So this still works. You don't have to have internet for this. They talk directly. So that's what's on my 3DS. Hope you enjoyed the little tour. This will be my digital library forever, and of course, you know, I still buy and play physical games on my 3DS, and you know, I just recently picked up not these, but I recently picked up like 5 3DS games again, like a few months ago, and been playing those. So, you know, I'll probably always be buying 3DS stuff, but it is sad that I can never download digital games, and you know, ever again, unless I pirate them or something. But officially, I can never buy games from the eShop. So, yeah, I don't want to leave this video on such a negative note. So let's look at the back of this Fire Emblem Echoes case. Is there something funny on here? Is there something funny I can laugh at? Oh yeah. Remember Amiibo support? I don't think I've ever used Amiibo on this thing. And I have a bunch of Amiibo. What, do I just like put them on the screen? This 3DS didn't have Amiibo support, so this one does. Like this one you had to buy like a little Pog. I forgot that was a thing.